Unsolved murders. Serial killers that leave police baffled as they leave bodies in their wake. And then these nightmarish killers vanish into the night, never to be heard of again. Tonight on Wicked Tales, we're going to talk about the terrifyingly true unsolved murders. The year was 1946. Texarkana, a small town between Texas and Arkansas. For 4 months, the town lived in fear of a killer who murdered several people with a .32 caliber pistol. The first victims described the attacker as 6 foot tall, with a white mask over his face and holes cut out for his eyes and mouth. The killer always attacked after dark, which is where the coined Texarkana moonlight murders comes about. For those weeks where the killer attacked, the town was paralyzed with fear. And then all of a sudden, it stopped. Il Mostro, or the Monster of Florence, was a serial killer responsible for 16 murders over 17 years in Florence, Italy. The Monster of Florence preyed upon couples using a .22 Beretta. One unlucky female victim was stabbed over 97 times. At times, the monster was known to stalk his victims at their places of work, sometimes tormenting them over the phone and always keeping a watchful eye on his victims. The final victim of the monster's wrath were killed while camping in the woods in 1985. The Monster of Florence remains at large. Our next serial killer hails from San Francisco, California, known as the Doodler. In San Francisco, California, from the time period of January 1974 to September of 1975, a serial killer murdered 14 men, preying on young homosexual men first by picking them up and going home with them. The Doodler, named as such, would sketch his victims before stabbing them to death. The Doodler's killings stopped in September 1975. Our fourth and final story is about the alphabet murders. From November 1971 to November 1973, the city of Rochester was in search for the killer of 3 young girls. Each of the victims' names were alliterative, meaning the first and last names each had the same initial. Their bodies were dumped in a town corresponding to their first initial in their names. As such, these killings were dubbed the alphabet murders. One particular suspect in these killings was Kenneth Bianchi, who would later commit the Hillside Strangler murders from 1977 to 1978. These are some crazy unsolved murders, and some of them are still out there. Watch out. What do you guys think of this story? Please let us know in the comments section below. Please go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And before you do that, subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.